German engineering is synonymous with quality and precision. And as we're about to learn, that also holds true when it comes to surgical instruments. We're joined today by Liz Ostro, Marketing Manager of gSource. Welcome, Liz.
Thank you, Jackie. It's a pleasure to be here.
Liz, how important is quality engineering when it comes to surgical instruments?
Quality engineering is extremely important when it comes to surgical instruments. Every instrument is designed with a specific function in mind. Surgeons expect the instruments to perform flawlessly when they're in surgery. If an instrument is not designed, manufactured, or maintained properly, this instrument could perhaps fail in surgery, which could result in delays or problems with the surgical procedure itself, or in worst cases, with patient outcome.
So tell us about gSource and what gSource aims to achieve in its design and manufacturing process.
gSource was founded in 1999 and in an effort really to bridge the gap between high-quality German engineering and a surgeon's instrument requirements. gSource instruments perform with precise surgical function and are conceived to be affordable, and that is really what distinguishes the gSource brand.
To see gSource instruments in action, let's go to this 21st Century Health field report.
Crafted from German surgical stainless steel, gSource instruments are designed to perform with precise surgical function while keeping in mind the need for ease of cleaning and disinfection.
All of the instruments that come in are inspected to ensure that they will meet the function during critical surgical procedures. We inspect for workmanship, material, and critical dimensions, and then also the instruments undergo a test to ensure they function properly.
gSource understands that the definition of a better instrument is one of high quality, which will reduce distractions and facilitate operations. A better instrument helps a surgeon perform at his best, leading to a higher rate of success.
Since I've started with gSource, I find that my instruments are as polished as the day I bought them. I don't have issues with freezing of my locks, and they hold a clean edge even with repeated sterilizations.
Very impressive. Liz, what differentiates gSource from its competitors?
Well, like other companies that offer high-quality surgical instruments, gSource also provides a full line of surgical instruments, primarily for orthopedic and spinal procedures, though. We do specialize in those areas. We carry about 3,500 different types of instruments that we stock in our warehouse facility in Emerson, New Jersey. The one thing I think that differentiates us, though, is that we also offer unique items that many other companies do not.
Give us an example of an issue your company has addressed when it improved an instrument.
One example is with the standard spinal punch. I have an example here. With the standard spinal punch, this instrument is really used to remove or excise tissue, degenerative disc, or bone material in spinal procedures. So what happens is during the surgery you can get a buildup of debris within the two shafts. You have an upper shaft here and the lower shaft here.
So when you
and with the movement, the materials can get almost like trapped in between the two shafts. So what makes it easier is if that shaft could be completely cleaned. And with the G-Punch Easy Clean, you do have that ability, because the G-Punch Easy Clean will open so that you are able to get right inside here and clean whatever debris or buildup has accumulated here. Because over time, this buildup, with a standard punch, it could really impede the smooth function of the instrument, that sliding mechanism that is needed.
Are there any other advantages or issues that are solved by the G-Punch Easy Clean?
Well, one other advantage is, as you could see, this stays in one piece. Some other companies have similar things, but they come apart. They either come apart in like 2 or 3 separate pieces. And then what happens is, when you sterilize an instrument, you should really disassemble it or open it so you can clean in all the different crevices and areas. And what happens then is you have all these separate parts, and then they have to put them back together again, and you have a chance of switching or actually even losing parts to an instrument. So this is really good because it stays together. You have no chance of losing or switching the parts.
Makes so much sense. So Liz, what plans does gSource have for the future?
Well, gSource will continue to work in conjunction with surgeons to learn about the problems they are having in the OR with instruments and look to help them solve those problems. We will also in the future be expanding our product line mainly with instruments for arthroscopic procedures because this is really in line with our core competency, orthopedics.
You know, Liz, this has been such an interesting glimpse into the world of high-tech surgery and precision instruments. I really thank you for sharing it with us.
Oh, thank you for inviting me.